honest to God, I am a spaz. I am a spaz, I am a spaz. I just recorded a fucking video which was quite good and it was not recording. So I just wasted my time, just like I waste my time going to court and find out that it's actually in a month's time. Anyway, right, there's a story on the internet. I'm going to have to get into the mood again now. There's a story on the internet about a teenager who has offended Barack Obama. Ooh. The US, it says, bans a teenager over an abusive Obama email. This is a story from the Associated fucking Press or something. London, it says. A British teenager has been banned from ever entering the United States after sending an offensive email to President Barack Obama's office, it was reported on Tuesday. Luke Angel, age 17, sent the message to the White House whilst drunk after watching a programme about the 9/11 attacks, and was immediately reprimanded by police in the UK and US after the FBI intercepted the mail. Wow, there's anti-terrorism in action, isn't it? You know, it's like fucking hell, you know. Sending an email and you're going to get a knock on the door from a policeman who's going to arrest you. Wow, anti-terrorism, you naughty fucking terrorist. I hope he took all your weapons of mass destruction off you as well. You know, fucking take your computer and take the missiles out of your house. It's important, this sort of behaviour. Right, so anyway, even though the police turned up and arrested him and took him to the cells, fingerprinted him, searched him, probably looked up his arse to see if he had any drugs, because I've had that happen to me. They do that, you know, in the cells. They say that no criminal action will be taken against the youth. So why fucking do it? No, calm down, Matt. Calm down. Okay, no criminal action will be taken against the youth. The case, it says, comes after the coalition government announced a review of the Extradition Act, which governs arrangements between the UK and US regarding the legal rights of international suspects. At the moment, British authorities require a higher level of proof to extradite US citizens compared to their American counterparts. The issue was raised following the extradition of computer hacker Gary McKinnon. Extradition? He wasn't fucking extradited. He is awaiting extradition. So whoever wrote this, who is facing a lengthy jail term after allegedly accessing forbidden files from his North London home. Well, the guy Luke Angel says a teenager from Silo in Bedfordshire called the US leader a prick in an expletive-strewn message, but told the Bedfordshire on Sunday newspaper that he didn't care about the ban. Well, isn't it fucking interesting that the FBI would get the British authorities involved over somebody writing an email, right, to the president calling him a prick? That and a few other things. So what I have to say is, you know, oh, it's terrible, isn't it? Isn't it terrible for somebody to write an email calling the American president a prick or a cunt or a fanny or a fuck ass? I mean, that's just outrageous, don't you think? I mean, that anybody would dare suggest that the American president, the man who has to make such heart-rending decisions, such as to allow the firing of missiles into schools and killing of children on the streets by tanks, you know, with weaponry, and firing missiles from distant locations and dropping unguided bombs, but they're always calling them smart guided, but they're actually, you know, 80% unguided bombs. We won't go into that one though. Dropping bombs on people from above and killing people en masse. I mean, you know, anyone who would dare call such a man who has that weight of burden on his shoulders, and the terrible pressure that it causes him to sit in the White House hundreds of thousands of miles away, or, you know, and you know, make decisions that allow people to be killed in far-flung countries where the types of weapons they have are usually rocks and bows and arrows. I mean, I feel so sorry for Barack Obama having to receive an email calling him a prick. I mean, It's terrible, you know. You get these critics. I get critics like this, you know. But the crop circles, they call me a cunt and a motherfucker and things like this. And I feel like Barack Obama. I have to call my therapist, and I have to cry. I have to cry and cry with all the terrible stress it causes me to be called a prick. It is terrible. I don't know how I manage it. I mean, no. Just because you've got a computer doesn't give you the right to start calling people things like pricks. I mean, if you do that, I mean, you know, like they say, the pen is mightier than the sword. The pen is mightier than the sword. So if the pen is mightier than the sword, then your pen or your email is actually a weapon. It's a weapon of mass destruction. So therefore, terrorist teenagers in their bedrooms writing horrible things like, Obama, you fucking twatty, cunting, fuck arse, tit shit, bollock, cunty, fuck wit, bastard, idiot. Yes? People who write those things are bad people. And I mean, anyone who would write that you're a fucking lying scum sucker would be outrageous. I mean, even the detractors who say things like, even though you promised to immediately disband Guantanamo Bay the moment you came into power, and then failed to do so when you actually became president. Anyone who accuses you of being a two-faced, shriveled dick, motherfucking cocksucker, I would say is a nasty person and should be arrested. I think that's terrible. Anyone who should use terms like that, but we know that there are horrible people out there that would use terrible terms like that, and I feel very badly for you that, you know, people who suggest that you should have actually withdrawn from foreign countries by now in the war, you know, and use terms like you fucking infidel, motherfucking, you know, traitor against your own religion. You know, that would be terrible, you know, to actually use terms like that. But there are people out there like that use terms like that and would attack, you know, high-ranking officials like prime ministers and politicians. And as we all know, people who are prime ministers and politicians have a very hard job, and they are nothing but upstanding and true Freemasons. I mean, citizens, and would never ever do anything that would line their own pockets or would corrupt or kill innocent people. They would never do things like this, and anyone that says they are is using their words like a weapon, and are terrorists and should be arrested and literally should have a hot poker rammed up their rectum, which is you know, the minimum punishment I think that should be dealt out for people that do these sorts of things. So anyway, Barack, my heart goes out to you. You've got a very hard job. It's like being a circle maker. You just have to take all this criticism all day long, and it's not easy. I know, because I've been there. So, you know, buckle up, old chap, and stiff up a lip, you know. And if you get any more emails from young 17-year-old boys in their bedrooms in England, you know, you just bloody send out the army. You know, you just send out the army, and you know, you surround the place and then fire some mortars in there and just clear the whole lot out. You know, just clear it all out. It's just, we don't need these people. We don't need these youngsters anymore, you know, with their fucking weapons of mass email. You know, we don't want it. So, buckle up, old chap, and, you know, if you get any more trouble, send their names to me, and I'll send the lads round. So, that's been a little ditty from me, and see you soon.